shot. But I wanted to go over what they actually posted. So let's talk about these two things, right? We never actually talked about this, so I gotta watch my words, right? What'd they say? A sneak peek of some Conquest concept art and modeling. Can you guess how the game mode will work based off these designs? So, first off, right, let's confirm what it isn't. To play right here, Fi the Chai. By the way, this motherfucker, Fi right here, amazing artist. Amazing artist. He's made thumbnails for videos that haven't been made yet that I have planned for a minute. He made me a thumbnail. What is it? Layer 2, the new Layer 2, like game mode, right? Or like it's like 20 people, and every minute, half the players have something random spawn on them. And the idea is like you're in Layer 2 and like prime it on suddenly on the bridge, and now everything's fucked, right? And the idea is if you make it all the way to beating Etheron and escape, you get what's it called? You get restore coupon, title, incredible art. Anyway, right? So it's not gonna be, this thing is not a capture the flag type thing. It's confirmed right here that basically like it looks like the motherfucker's trying to like stole the shit from his mouth, bruh, as like running away from it. This is a better idea than what we got, which honestly I disagree with. I actually disagree with. They're probably just saying this because the art is low-key fire. But I disagree, actually. If it was simply just like, oh, you pick up the ball in their mouth, and then you run away with it. This, in my opinion, what they're actually doing with this shit is way better. But I don't know how much I'm allowed to actually talk about it. So let's take, let me ask Art. Let me see if I'm allowed to talk about, like, if I can at least say what this is real quick. Oh, actually, no. I was allowed to speak about this. So, there was a change that they made last week where I mentioned that this would be relevant in Conquest, right? If you put 2 and 2 together, it should be very easy to see where this might go, right? So take a look. They said this could be a big talking point. Take a look at this statement. Round spark ice eruption are now destructible structures, something we've never had until, guess what? They started working on Conquest, right? And they said this would be something that would be present in Conquest. Destructible objects. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, sounds pretty obvious. Though, I think these are like concept arts right here. These are all pretty cool. Of course, Natoon's always doing God's work here. Type shit. And honestly, they translated it really well into what's it called? Into Deep Book. It actually looks pretty damn good in my. This actually, like, we haven't really seen something like this maybe since like the Yun Shul Shrines. But I don't know. It looks hella unique and hella interesting. And it's why I'm telling people, like, I don't think Conquest is gonna be as simplistic as a lot of people think it is. They're trying to do something very different from what we have. Again, examples I've said before. Just think about how Battle Royale kind of reintroduced PvP to some people, right? A lot of people are not excited for Conquest because they look at PvP as something they don't really want to do, right? They're like, I'm not really, right? They're not really super interested in it because they feel as if, well, I'm not a PvP guy, why would I enjoy it? But I ask for people who think like that, like, do you enjoy Battle Royale, right? When you heard about Battle Royale, it's very easy to envision yourself seeing, like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this because it's Battle Royale, right? And so hopefully what they're doing with the casual game mode, like, the idea is what I think they're trying to do, right? They're trying to have, here, let me get the statement of them talking about the shits. Take a look here. So if you take a look, right, they talk about the casual version, and then they talk about the end game version with big rewards, right? Like how they talk about both the shits, right? I think the idea is they're trying to use the casual version for people who aren't as into PvP or don't really want to like try and min-max and all that shit. It's trying to like get them into the game mode, if that makes sense, right? And so I think that's what they're trying to go for there, right? With 2 stuff. So like, let's say you want to play with your friends. I do think over time, casual will be less and less filled up with people to play. Because the thing is, right, if a Conquest game mode takes a long time, right? If it takes a very long time, like let's just say like 30-40 minutes to complete Conquest, you need to gather at, let's just say, at least 5 people, could be 6, but or maybe even like 7. I don't think it's gonna go above 6 though. I think it's gonna be 5 to 6 people, probably closer to 5, just so that it's not as much of a hassle to get a squad to play. So imagine you're gonna need to get 5 people, and then you're gonna need to play for like 30 to 40 minutes, right? You're gonna have to establish your time where you do that. obviously you're gonna eventually want to do it for stuff that you're gonna want with the big rewards. Conquest is gonna have exclusive rewards that you're gonna want on your character, and so that would be the idea. Even like things like getting knowledge off of it and like layer 2-esque rewards. They say you can get like layer 2 tier rewards, but you're also gonna get new unique stuff and exclusive stuff. I don't know about them making rare stuff too. So, you know, like, why would you spend that time playing a casual version where you can't get rewards instead of getting like the endgame version? Why aren't you going on Christmas? Go spend time with your family, my brother. Actually, that was the plan. Literally, I was like, yo, let's go eat. Instead, the plan was changed to spend it tomorrow all together because it's my mom's birthday tomorrow. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And my family don't really care about Christmas like that. I just took it as a reason to, yeah, let's go eat somewhere, guys. But they said, let's just do it tomorrow. So we don't have to eat today and tomorrow, if that makes sense. Do you think there'll be a reconnect option considering how long the game mode is? Oh, a reconnect option. I think so. I think what they'll that's actually a great, wow, that's a great question. Let me ask Ark that. I assume definitely so, right? But wait, okay, so if you log from, okay, so wait, just a question, right? Because I think if you log from layer 2 and then everyone comes back, right? I think as long as one person's still in the server. No, everyone will come back to the same layer 2. That happens now, right? Yeah, if you're in the same dungeon and then everyone logs and you refresh the server, yeah, everyone comes back. Yeah, it'll work. I don't need to ask that. It already happens for layer 2. It'll happen for Conquest. Especially if the game is ongoing, you can just join back the server. So I think it'll be fine. Now, how this work for solo players? I think the idea is that the idea of random queue. Like, you can just play like solo queue and then like play with other random people. So I guarantee you there's probably gonna be a lot of situations where you're gonna be like, yo, my teammates are trash, what the fuck? But you get to play solo. That's the idea. I'm sure you've probably seen many other games where you solo queue. And what will happen is you'll probably have solo queues against other solo queues. Does that make sense? Right? That's probably how it's gonna be like, it's gonna like kind of Overwatch kind of does it. If you have like a 5-man stack versus another 5-man stack, they're probably gonna go against each other. Solo queue versus solo queue, probably gonna go against each other. Now the thing is, I don't know if they're gonna do like, well, I have 3 friends, so can I do 3 friends plus 2 random queue? I don't know. What I hope is that like they have like an option, like, you know, in Fortnite, right, where like if you play with like 3 people, you have the random fill. I hope they have that, right? Like, let's just say I have like 4 people. My one friend won't get on 20 minutes until 20 minutes later. Let's just take, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do that. Like, let's take the random, you know what I mean, right? And like, maybe he's like actually goated and like he's, you know, he's actually like cracked. You know what I mean? I want random fill to be in there because I don't want to have to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to wait until like all 5 come. Like, let's say there's 3 people. I want to get 2 randoms. Why not, dude? You know what I mean? And maybe it'll put you against another squad that are around 3 to 4 randoms. Does that make sense? That's how it also is in Overwatch, right? Like, if you don't have like an entire squad of randoms, it will also give you a similar team. Yeah, that's what I'll say. There was also another question I was going to ask in here. Worried about Conquest. I have been able to join any 2v2 or 3v3 as solo and Chime. So here I think is the biggest difference, right? Biggest difference I'll say about 2s and 3s, because a lot of people draw the parallel that say like, oh, 3s is empty, Battle Royale squads is empty. Why would I play this game mode? And I think the biggest reason why, that was the question to determine. Thank you, I'll answer that. The biggest reason why is because it actually has rewards. It actually is things that will change your build. There will always be people who play for stuff that has something that their build might need, even if it's incredibly rare. Do you understand what I mean? On a game like Deepoken recently has just been crushing it. Literally crushing it. It's been doing really well numbers-wise. Let's take a look. Take a look at the numbers. Ever since like Christmas break, right? The game's numbers has like gone up like a lot on average, right? So let's just say December 14th. Some people might still be at school, especially December 7th. Now look. 13, we're averaging like 13,000 on our peaks, and we're only getting higher. People know that Conquest is coming. What is it today, right? Today we're at like 18,000. We're doing very, very well, and so we might actually see like, because guess what's gonna happen with Conquest, right? People are gonna come back to Deepoken. I've heard a lot of people like, I'm not gonna play Deepoken until there's like a decent size update. Conquest will probably be a decent size update, probably a good amount of rewards, probably a good couple oaths, maybe a couple other things, and then I'm sure what will happen is they'll drop Conquest and they'll progressively add more stuff as well. World events is also still on the horizon, right? World events, like it has some completion on it. You know what I'm saying? It has some meat on the bones now. but it's probably going to come later, but probably not that much later too. So PvE players will probably also be eating relatively soon. We should be seeing, I think, averages of like 20k and maybe peaks at like 30 to 35k. But I don't think it's going to surpass layer 2. That's just my thoughts about it. It could though, you never know. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to go click on these other videos, man. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.